Bhishma Pitamaha, also known as Bhishma, was a major character in the epic Mahabharata. He was the supreme commander of the Kaurava forces during the Kurukshetra war. He was the son of Shantanu and goddess Ganga, who was blessed with wish-long life, and had sworn to serve the ruling Kuru king, and grand uncle of both the Pandavas and the Kauravas. However, Ganga had been cursed by a sage to be born as a mortal woman. She agreed to his proposal, but with one condition, that he will never question her actions. Shantanu accepted it, but when a child was born, Ganga drowned him in the river. One by one, 7 sons were born and drowned, while Shantanu remained silent because of the condition. When she was about to drown the 8th child, Shantanu stopped her and confronted her about her actions, breaking the condition of their marriage. Ganga revealed herself to be a goddess, and stated that she drowned their sons as part of a curse that had been put upon the sage Vashishta. Ganga abandoned him, as her condition was broken. Before disappearing, she promised that his son would be his heir and left. Bhishma, aka Devavrata, was made the heir apparent, and the citizens loved him because of his divine background and eligibility. Once Shantanu went into the forest, and met a fisherwoman named Satyavati and fell in love with her. But her father insisted that the son born to Satyavati should become the heir to the throne. Shantanu immediately rejected the offer, as he had already promised the throne to Devavrata. Upon noticing his father's sorrow, he went to the fisherman's cottage and begged for Satyavati. Devavrata ceded his right to the throne, and promised to put the son of Satyavati on the throne of the kingdom. To satisfy the fisherman's concerns, Devavrata took a vow of lifelong celibacy, renouncing the pleasures of marital life and giving up his rights to the throne. He was praised by the celestials, and this is how he came to known as Bhishma. Shantanu granted the boon of the control over the time of his death. Bhishma was present during the gambling game in Hastinapur, where Draupadi, the wife of the Pandavas, was humiliated in the court. In the battle of Kurukshetra, Bhishma was the supreme commander to the Kaurava forces. He was one of the most powerful warriors of his time. Bhishma was too powerful to be defeated by any warrior alive at that time. Every day he slew at least 10,000 soldiers, and at the beginning of the war he vowed not to kill any of the Pandavas. Duryodhana approached Bhishma, and accused him of not fighting the battle to his full strength, because of his affection for the Pandavas. On the next day, there was an intense battle between Bhishma and Arjuna. He fired arrows such that Arjuna and Krishna were both injured. That angered Krishna, who lifted a chariot wheel and threatened Bhishma. Arjuna stopped Lord Krishna by convincing and promising to fight with all his might and stop Bhishma. Krishna advised Pandavas to visit Bhishma, and request him to suggest how to defeat him. Bhishma told them that, if faced by one who had been of the opposite gender, he would lay down his arms and fight no longer. Lord Krishna suggested to use Shikundi to defeat Bhishma. The Pandavas were not willing to use such tactics, as they went against the path of Dharma. Krishna suggested a clever alternative. On the next day of battle, Shikundi was accompanied by Arjuna as his chariot protector, and they faced Bhishma, who laid down his weapons. Arjuna shot arrows at Bhishma, piercing his entire body with many arrows. As Bhishma fell, his whole body was held above the ground by the shafts of Arjuna's arrows. Bhishma always have priority to Dharma. While on his deathbed, he gave deep and meaningful instructions to Yudhishthira about duties of a king. He waited for about 58 nights to give up his body on the arrow bed.